And everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. Thank you. And everything is going to be all right. And everything is going to be all right. Take a rest now. What's going on, y'all? Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Daily Go Getimism show on this Hump Day Wednesday. We are here to talk about losing a series in your life. But are you ready? Are you ready to talk about winning at losing? Are you ready? All right. So it's hump day. It's Wednesday. We halfway through the week. You know what I'm saying? By Wednesday, on most people's jobs and in most people's lives who live their lives on a weekly basis, time-wise, you probably have a list of things that you want to accomplish in the beginning of the week. So whether you start your week mentally on Sunday or Monday, by the time Wednesday comes, you are either well on your way to achieving your goal, or you realize that you might not have planned correctly, or you may not have been stepping correctly. So you got to make some adjustments and some things. I've been watching the NBA playoffs a little bit more so the highlights. Been watching them, and even the NHL playoffs, and some interesting things have been happening. You know what I mean? Some really interesting things have been happening, and it got me thinking about how sports relate to our lives on a daily. Well, they actually relate to our lives in a what's the word I'm looking for? The way that we identify with our sense of self. Sports plays into that. The team that you choose to get behind says a lot about how you feel about yourself and how you feel about the world around you. Now, for some people, they may say, you might be going too far with that, but it's true. And it definitely can be true, even if it's not all the way true. But anything that you support is sometimes taken out of your hands, because, like, as we support our sports teams, whether it's the four major ones like football, basketball, baseball, hockey, or whatever, you're not on the field or on the court. You're not or on the ice. You're not able to physically make the team better, other than cheering them on, maybe winning some money if you bet on them, things like that. You're powerless to how they will perform. And the sports that we watch and that we really get into says a lot about how we think winning and losing should take place. For example, in baseball, basketball, and hockey, in order to win the championship, you have to win a series. So you have to be better than the opposing team on multiple occasions, multiple times, before you get to the play. I mean, before you win the championship. So in the case of the NBA playoffs now remember, back in the day in the NBA playoffs, the first series was 5 games. So you had to win two, 3 out of 2 out of no wait. I think it was the 2 out of 3 or something like that. That's not 5. So if it was a 5-game series, you had to win 3 out of 5. So, I think the first series used to be 5 games. So it was 5, then it was 7, 7, and 7. Now it's all 7. So you have to win 3 7-game series, best 4 out of 7, and then when you get to the championship, you have to beat that team 4 times, 4 out of 7 times. So the thing that happens psychologically in the team that loses is they have to deal with not being better than that other team or not being good enough to beat that other team 4 times. So you get 4 chances. And you would think that if you are really, really as good as you say that you are, you should be able to accomplish that. But there can only be one winner. There can only be one winner per night, per game, and per series. So how does the team that loses the series bounce back? And what I'm asking you is, how do you bounce back from other things in your life that you have tried to accomplish, that you have tried to win at, that you have competed in or at, and you have been unsuccessful in winning? Are you able to recover from losing a series in your life? Yeah, we're going to get a little bit deep, because, all right, you take American football. One thing that people like about American football is that there are no series. The playoffs are all one game. So whether you start off in the wild card, or whether you win your division, or whether you win the conference and only have to play, you get a first round bye, you only have to win one night. You only have to be better than that team that day. So wild card playoffs, you only have to beat that team once. You're not going to see them again. They go home. It's sudden death. When you lose one game, you're out of the playoffs. So the week before the playoffs start, none of those teams got to keep going on in order to try to win a championship. You did. And then the next week you're back home, just like those other regular season teams who didn't make the playoffs are. It's demoralizing, and a lot of people don't like that about American football, because it's like sometimes the better team doesn't win, like the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, whether you're an Eagles fan or not, it's hard to dispute that they were a better team than the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. But they did not beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They didn't beat them. So they don't get another chance. Whether you blame the refs for the bad call, whether you say that the refs helped the Chiefs to beat the Bengals too, and the Eagles, no second chances. You have to take the game out of the refs' hands. So in your life, you may have been able to take the game out of any officials' hands by being that much better than whoever you have faced in whatever you have faced them in on that particular day or during those times. But what about the times when you have lost? Did you jump up and down, scream, have a fit, say that it wasn't fair, petition, write letters, protest, throw a tantrum? How do you handle it? Well, you can always say, well, I was having a bad day. Maybe you didn't feel well. Michael Jordan in the 1998 playoffs had the flu for most of the playoffs. Still whooped that ass. Like, my will to win this series is bigger or more important than nursing my cold. All right. So that's what we're talking about today on, or should I say tonight? Well, it really is today, daylight savings time, on the Daily Go Get a Business show. So let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. With this your daily, the Daily Go Get a Business show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I am your host, Son752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Getterism show all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also tonight on the Daily Go Getterism show. We are talking about losing a series in your life. Losing a series in your life. How do you deal with losing a series in your life? Deal with losing a series in your life. Do you act like everything is trite when you lose a series in your life? Can you lose multiple times and make sure that you don't go off and start committing crimes that's violent? Can't stay silent. Can't stop talking about the time you lost and you feel like things were all against you and you want to go have a talk with somebody's boss. You know that you got jerked and you don't feel like with all the work that you have been putting in, yo, this is a sin because you should have won and you ain't done. Son, you understand what I'm talking about. It's hard to lose and have to go home because you're out, just like a big game of life dodgeball. And this applies to all. But y'all don't understand the time of dedication that I put in, and I'm not going home just because I didn't win today. I should get another chance, and I'm enhance my chance to do it again. And if you was a friend, you would support and understand this is more than a sport. Out there, I got caught. These presents I bought for you. I'm going to get my gift and give him a lift, and I ain't going home today. I don't care what the difference is. Yo, my reference is you give me another chance to get up back into the dance. Hi. That's right, Carol. Congratulations to Joel Embiid. Congratulations to the MVP. Yeah, the Mazda of the. Congratulations to Joel MVP of the National Basketball League. That's a good place to start. That is a great place to start. Thank you for that, Carol. Because you know what? They've been jerking Joel Embiid. They jerked him last year and the year before. You can dispute any year before then, but he should have won it last year. Ain't no way. He got robbed last year. And you can definitely dispute 2021. So Joel Embiid had to deal with knowing that he was the best in the NBA. His peers knew that he was the best. So, not winning a second series in the playoffs last year and the year before, and not winning the MVP. Joel Embiid definitely knows what it's like not to win a series in his life. It ain't easy to come back because Joel Embiid didn't think he was going to win it this year either. He expressed as much. He said, well, they don't, the people who make the decisions about who is going to be MVP, they don't rock with me like that. I ain't that popular guy. I ain't no LeBron James. Even though Joel Embiid has a two-time league MVP on his squad. My man who scored 45 points on Monday, going off, James Harden. Shout out to him. So when you see, when you know that you have been the best and are the best, and for some reason you keep losing, you keep getting counted out, you keep losing on a technicality or something like that, it can demoralize you to the point where you probably say, well, you know what, forget it. It ain't meant for me to do that. I'm going to have to concentrate on something else. They don't want this to happen to me, and it ain't going to happen to me according to this. But he had to buck up, and his time did come. Shout out to Joel Embiid. Shout out to the Philadelphia 76ers. This is real shit. Losing a series in your life is demoralizing. You know how many of us have to deal with the fear of being rejected. Well, what about the fear of the fear and demoralization of being rejected multiple times? Multiple times you stepped up to the plate. Yeah, yo, shorty, what's up, man? You know what I mean? You know I like you. You know I dig you. You know what I mean? Why don't you give me a shot? You know, let me take you out. Let's have a good time. You know what I mean? You know, let me give you a chance to get to know me. Let me get a chance to get to know you on a different level. Nah, I'm good. Why? You got a boyfriend or something? You married? No, I don't have a boyfriend. I'm not married, but you know, uh, 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 you ain't my cup of tea. Even if you flashed a bunch of money, it's not easy. Some people are able to do it against all odds. They keep going back in. They keep going back in. Like I'm going to win this one day. But a lot of people say, nah, man, sudden death. Win or go home. If I lose, I'm going home. If I win, I'm staying in. But even if I win, I'm only staying in for a certain amount of time because I know that the competition is going to get really, really much steeper. And I don't want to take a chance on losing. So I'm going to retire as soon as I win the championship. Shout out to John Elway. John Elway won his back-to-back Super Bowls after all of those years of not being able to come close. He got on the out of there. He said, "No, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. I ain't trying to Brett Favre the game. I'm out of here. I'm out of here." What up, T. Carey? Right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my people going directly into your site. And Stacey White, thanks for coming through tonight. Hope you're feeling good. Yeah, I hope you're feeling all right. And my brother Ansel Jones, yeah, Baltimore brother, girls can't leave him alone. And Mia Cunningham, a goddamn, what's going on? A glad you're not running scam. And Carol Chamberlain, me friend, me favorita, always good time. Really great to see ya. So what y'all talking about? Ansel Jones says, don't treat every day like a game 7 playoff. Shoot. I don't know. It might be better to treat every day like a game 7 playoff. That way you have that sense of urgency. The Sixers beat the Boston Celtics last Wednesday night. They play them tonight. Matter of fact, in 5 minutes they play them. The Sixers weren't supposed to beat the Celtics. They've only beat the Celtics one time out of the 4 times that they played them this past regular season. The Celtics kept beating them. Many people did not want the Sixers to have to face the Celtics because they haven't shown that they can beat them consistently. Even with Joel Embiid, the MVP of the NBA on the team. Monday night, the Celtics led for the entire game. They led for the entire game. But the Sixers hung in there. And they felt like, according to James Harden, if we can make it to the fourth quarter, we're going to beat them. Without Joel Embiid, because he's out with a torn meniscus. He's supposed to be returning tonight. Is that a good idea? Listen. But they messed around and let the Sixers hang around, and they beat them 115 to 119. I mean, when you watch that fourth quarter, it's really a thing of beauty. But for the Sixers to have stole a game from Boston at home, regardless of what happens tonight, it's going to change the face of the series. Now, Boston would probably feel like, man, we ain't work. Like the same way we was beating these guys the whole game until the very end. We're going to finish the job tonight. We got their number. Well, the Sixers might be feeling like, well, the playoffs is a whole new series. And we were the only team in the whole NBA to sweep a series. They swept the Brooklyn Nets. Of course, this is not the Brooklyn Nets that had KD and Kyrie Irving. Okay. Nonetheless, those Nets made it to the playoffs and they got swept. So it is what it is. But losing a series in your life, whatever that series is, it can weigh heavily on your conscience and your confidence. Your conscience, your confidence. So, what are the series in your life that you have played? For some people, it might be money. Maybe you have struggled to get yourself together financially, starting a business, saving money, working at better jobs, getting better paychecks. And maybe you haven't been all that successful. Maybe you haven't been all that successful. There may have been times when you made a little bit of money. Maybe you didn't make enough money to do the things that you wanted to do, buy the things that you wanted to buy. So maybe um for you, the series of finances hasn't been a series that you have performed very well at. Love. Have you won the series of love? Have you even outlined your goals of what you want in your love life? Some people have, some people haven't. You know, there's some people who probably want to be married one day. And I know a lot of people who want to be married secretly. Like they don't even want to tell people that they want to be married because they've kind of given up on thinking that they could ever be in a healthy relationship or that they could ever even deal with somebody on a marriage level or have somebody deal with them on a marriage level. So maybe in your love life, in that series, maybe you haven't done as well as you wanted to. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill. What's going on, my brother? Marriage. Speaking of marriage. Speaking of marriage. Speaking of marriage. Speaking of marriage. Some people have been married for years. And they may have felt like they've been losing to their opponent series after series after series. Your opponent is actually supposed to be your spouse, and that's actually supposed to be your teammate, your colleague. Y'all supposed to be fighting everybody else together, but you may have been fighting each other. And so maybe you feel like in your series, in your marriage series, you've been getting your ass kicked. It happens. It happens. How well have you done with the series in your life? And have you won the series in your life the way that you've wanted to win them? Winning the way that you want to win can distinguish your thought process from whether you actually even won something or not. Because sometimes when you don't win the way that you want to win, you don't even feel like you won. Like I wanted to blow them out and it was a close game, so it really could have gone either way. You don't think anybody on the Kansas City Chiefs is saying, "Well, man, I'm glad we got up out of there," but the Eagles was whooping our ass. You ain't gonna tell me that the Kansas City defense ain't saying, "Them cats, we couldn't even get them off the field." The time of possession that the Eagles offense had in the Super Bowl was ridiculous. We had the ball the whole game. Like Patrick Mahomes and them, they had to get in there and score fast because they couldn't get back on the field. So they're probably, you know, team members on the Chiefs that are like, well, we won, but if it wasn't for the offense and if it wasn't for that ref, well, they're probably saying, I'm glad we didn't have to put the ball back in Jalen Hurts' hands for 60 seconds or more. Glad that didn't happen. Because had the Eagles had a timeout, things probably would have been a lot different. But that's probably sour grapes of an Eagles fan, right? Because, yeah, it still stings. I'm still mad. But, yeah, the series in your life, what you have considered to be the series in your life, are something that you have to take into consideration about how well they have gone or not. And how have you been able to deal with them? The series in your life. What y'all got for me? What you got? What you got? Let me hear something. Let me hear something. Carol says, didn't get a notification until after the show started. Man, you know they be hating. My YouTube series, they be kicking my ass. And here I be back at them every day. Mia Cunningham says, giving yourself some grace, knowing that what you wanted may not have been for you. Easier said than done sometimes. Woo! Woo! Yeah, easier said than done sometimes. Accepting that what's for you is for you and what's not for you ain't for you. And you know, you don't be trying that shit like, look, if it wasn't for me, I wouldn't be so good at it. I just need to figure out a way to be able to win it. I feel like that. I feel like they're doing this show every day. I look at these numbers and I'll be like, this is crazy. It's crazy. To me, it is. I'm like, I know how to do this. I think I'm great at it. I do. I think I'm great at it. Not good. I think I'm great at this. But I'm like, something is missing. It could be something with me. It could be something, that I don't have a hold of, but it ain't easy to, come up with ideas for these shows every single day. And then, you have some shows like we've had an uptick in some of the numbers, So I'm getting like at least like once a week. I'm getting like over 100, 100 views. Sometimes the one show last week got 304. You know what I'm saying? So it's like hit, miss, but it's steadily like on the low side. So this is not a series that I feel like I'm winning. I'm competing, but it's like, if you judge the whole thing by wins and losses, like, but you have to decide if you can deal with the dues that have to be paid in order for you to get to where you want to go. There's a technique to this thing, and I haven't found it. I have flashes of finding it, but So I'm saying all that to tell y'all, I ain't gonna sit up here and make y'all think like, yeah, I'm winning. I'm kicking ass over here. Y'all can see. Y'all, some of y'all watch the shows after the show. It's like, Ansel Jones, yeah, NCAA basketball, one and done. Sure is. First, you have the conference. The conference tournament. You win that, like the Big East, the Big Ten, the Pac-10, all that old mess. Big 12, blah 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 blah. Yeah, but it's tough. March Madness, one and done. You the number one seed, and you going home the first night on Thursday. You got sent home on a Thursday on a Thursday afternoon. Like, what the hell? Yeah, y'all was frauds. Y'all lost to this little Catholic school over in Idaho. You're like, how could it be? And so says, I love March Madness because everyone has that one day to win. And in college basketball, you don't play series anyway. But you will play teams in your conference multiple times in a season. Do 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 do. And so says some sports news reporters never been in a sports uniform. That's not their job. It's not. Their job is to commentate. It's also not the job of athletes to be commentators. It's not their job. They haven't been trained in it. Some of them really suck at it. A lot of them get better at it, but a lot of them stink. T. Carey Wright says losing in a life series or losing in a game series can shake you to your core, leading you to seek validation from outside. Oh man, I felt that in my soul. I'm gonna read that again. Woo! Losing is tough. Wait. No. Losing in a life series or losing in a game series can shake you to your core, leading you to seek validation from outside. Like, I know y'all don't fuck with me like that. I'm gonna go fuck with these cats that fuck with me like that. Because y'all don't. Mia Cunningham with the top chat. Well, actually, the top sticker. Thank you. I appreciate you. YOU. That's great right there. Fuck that. I'm winning at this shit. I know what I said about 3 minutes ago, but now forget about all of that. I'm the best. I'm the best. We the best. We global. All right. T. Carey Wright says, well, Carol Chamberlain says, nothing like going out a winner. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. It's a rush. It's a rush. I imagine it's like that winning feeling. Like when the Eagles won the Super Bowl in 2017, I swear to God, I never felt nothing like that in my life. It was unbelievable. Like, finally, we finally fucking did this shit. I can't believe it. I watched that. I never deleted the Super Bowl 52 off of my DVR. I go back and watch that shit whenever I'm having a bad day. That shit still be having me crying like, yo, man, this is crazy. This shit is crazy. Even when I think about it, I be like, yo, I start welling up. It's crazy. Because we kept losing them. So even though this year hurt, the Super Bowl 52 repaired a lot. It really did. When Brandon Graham smacked the ball out of Tom Brady's hands late in the fourth quarter, and we recovered, I knew. I was like, we actually going to win this shit. No way. Because I was really feeling like it wasn't in the cards for the Eagles. We was never going to win the Super Bowl. We was never going to win a Super Bowl. We was going to be like the Buffalo Bills. We was going to be like the Minnesota Vikings. Don't nobody want to beat them. Don't nobody want to beat them. All right. T. Carey Wright says, losing is rough. I took the demise of my marriage as a loss of a series. I felt like a failure, blamed other players in the game. Then I reviewed the tapes, self-assessing, accepted my role. That's some deep shit. That's mad deep. Yeah, like I was talking about before. Yeah, marriage. Yeah, when your life series is involves your marriage, even if you don't get divorced, maybe your marriage just isn't turning out the way that you thought it was going to go. Like, for example, if you're not happy in your marriage, not being happy with someone you're supposed to be happy with, someone who you signed up to at least act like you was happy with. It's tough. And if it can feel like lost. I should have got a whole container of this. This is good. That was good. Mia says, I was just getting over the list, and here O goes bringing up past pain. What list? And now I'm crying in the corner again. I'm, oh, you mean you was just getting over the loss. I think that's what you mean. You was just getting over the loss, talking about the Super Bowl. I think. Okay. Ansel says, when number 16 see UMBC beat the number 1 Virginia, only a few people would have said, at least we made it this far. Man, that thing stung. That was unacceptable. But that's March Madness for you. That's March Madness for you. Thanks for y'all support. I appreciate it. Mucho. No, it says, Mia, you hit it on the head. See that corner, me. I see that corner, me, but I'm not going over there. I hear that. I see that corner. Okay, I got you. Mia says, I don't think that I slept for 2 days when we won the Super Bowl. I mean, it was the greatest thing that ever happened. It was. You know how many old heads I done lost that really wanted to win the Super Bowl? They wasn't here. That thing was, man. You know, the only thing I didn't like about that Super Bowl was that it was won in the Trump era. Somebody else should have been president when we won that shit. Not him. But at least we didn't go to the White House to see that nigga. And some players actually wanted to go. Like, that lets you know the state, the social state of the country when sports teams don't want to go talk to the president of the United States after a championship, because that's the way it goes. TK Wright says, Mia, I was tight for a while after that loss. It was rough. Speaking of not being able to get any sleep, well, let me ask y'all this, since we're talking about losing a series in your life. Which one is harder to get sleep afterwards? After you've had your biggest win, the euphoria that you feel after scoring your greatest personal victory in your life, are you able to sleep after that? Or after your worst, most horrible loss in life, are you able to get any rest after that? You know, because some people handle their depression differently. Some people handle their depression by staying in bed, sleeping, reclusing themselves away from the rest of the world. You know, keeping to themselves, being very introverted, not wanting to talk to anybody, deal with anybody. They internalize everything that's happening to them, with them, around them, inside of them. And some people, they lash out when they get upset. They want to go on social media and tell everybody how unfair the world is, How God don't love them, how it's always a dark cloud over their head, no matter what nobody said. They wish that they was dead. And it's a terrible thing to be alive wishing you was dead. And some of us been through that and not understand, but I also understand we here and we got to keep going on for the ancestors that tried to make the best of the way that they raised us. And I say that I'm giving them mucho praise today. So what do y'all say? In terms of when you're able, like what keeps you up at night more? The euphoria of winning and trying to stay in that moment, or the agony of the defeat of losing and questioning everything that you have ever done in your life? Why did I ever go to school? Why? I should have never gone to school. I don't know why I was born. I don't know how I was born. They say that you choose your parents, you choose to come into this world. I should have never done that. But I should have never gone to school. Nothing that I learned at school has helped me with anything. I didn't even need to go to my 8th grade graduation. No 8th grade graduation, no high school graduation, no college, no nothing. No certificates, no nothing. It was all worthless. Mia says, I can't sleep after a bad loss. Insomnia gets in the bed with me, and we be up all night. Ugh. Yeah. You know what, Mia? That's the reason I hate night games. I swear to God. That is the reason I do not like prime time sports games. I don't like them, especially the ones that end late. So I don't like any NFL football games that are prime time. I don't like Monday night football, Thursday night football, Sunday night football, no night football. I don't like it because I don't like that if you don't win, that's the last thing you've dealt with that night. Because you're going to be up like, man, this is some bullshit. At least if it happens at a 1 o'clock game, you're like, well, I can go eat. If I drink, I can go drink. If I get high, I can go get high. I can go kick it with the kids. I can go jogging. I can go do a run, do something to keep it off my mind. Shoot, I might go swimming in the frigid I might go purify myself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. I might go purify myself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Lake Minnetonka. Yeah. Night games be irking me, man. I don't and everybody be like, you don't like primetime games? No, I don't. Even when we win, I want to have the rest of the day to be able to enjoy the win. I know it's weird. But losing a series in your life, being able to lose multiple times and come back, or being able to pull yourself up and get yourself together, dust yourself off, and be willing to play again after you know that you're going to have to face a team that you have struggled against time after time after time. It's not easy to concede that somebody or something is better than you, bigger than you, stronger than you, especially when you got to go up against them. You know, it's tough. It's like almost any animal in the forest going up against a grizzly bear. A grizzly bear can beat just about anything in the woods. A grizzly bear ain't nothing to fuck with. And it'd be making mincemeat out of whatever, it don't be caring. A bear is a grizzly bear, a black bear, you can get over on a black bear. But a grizzly bear, they call it, I don't know what grizzly means, but it probably means unbeatable. Well, let's see. Why is a grizzly bear called a grizzly bear? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Where is all right? Why is a grizzly bear called a grizzly bear? Hmm. There's grizzly bear Ursus arctos horribilis horribilis, also known as the North American brown bear, or simply grizzly, is a population of subspecies of the brown bear inhabiting North America. In addition to, man, I just want to know why it's called a grizzly bear. What's this say? Because somebody did ask. Why are they called grizzly bears? Grizzly originated from two words that sound similar but have different meanings. It is because of their frightful or grisly nature or their grizzled appearance. Is it because of their frightful or grisly nature or their grizzled appearance? It depends on which explorer wrote about the bear more than 200 years ago. The first known written record of the species was documented in 1790 by Canadian explorer author Edward Umfreville. Bears are three kinds: the black, the red, and the grizzle bear, he wrote. Because grizzle means a mixture of dark and white hairs, presumably Umfreville was referring to the silvery gray tips on the bear's brownish fur. Okay. All right, well, whatever. You know what I mean? Out of there. Out of there. Anyway, when any animal in the forest, in the woods, goes up against a grizzly bear, it ain't going to win. Grizzly bears don't care. Even fish don't beat grizzly bears. They go in the water, just grab a fish like, yo, this salmon good as shit. Swimming upstream near me. A elk. He just beat the elk up. You know what I mean? Grizzly bears are crazy. So you go up against a grizzly bear, the chances aren't good that you're going to win. The thing is, not winning means dying. And you can feel like that going up against certain opponents in your life, certain proverbial opponents in your life. You may feel like going up against them means that losing to them will mean death. And even winning against them means only living for a short time until you face them again. That's the hardest part. When we talk about losing a series in your life, sometimes the winning doesn't feel like a win. It feels like you just survived today. Because that's what a series is. All right, you down in the series, a 7-game series, you down one game, 2 games. It's you down either 0-2, 3-1, or 2-2. Well, it could, if it was 2-2, then you're not down. Oh gosh. All right. You could be down in a 7 game series by 1 game, 2 games, or 3 games. But if you're down 4 games, you know that it's over. So let's say you lost the first game, then you win the next game, and you may have barely won the next game. So you thinking like, oh my gosh, this team is so strong. Maybe you have the home court advantage the next 2 games. Maybe you don't. But you're thinking like, I don't know if I have or we have what it takes to survive this series with this team. They are too strong. While we're playing it, we feel their power, we feel their intensity, and I don't really feel like we have what it takes to match them night in and night out. And certain things in your life you may feel that way about. And so says, I was more scared for my family being in Iraq because I seen they put what they put on the news. Yeah, being in a war, like, and so you speak about being in a war. We don't know nothing about that. I mean, I wouldn't care if I was a gangster on the street. At least if I'm a gangster on the street, I'm dealing with cats that really don't know how to shoot and ain't going to shoot all the time. You dealing with trained soldier over there. If they see you before you see them, that's the end of you. That's it. So getting through that series in a war, and the amount of people that I know that you lost over there, that you knew, kicked it with, talked to, had conversations with, trained with, that you're never going to see again. The last time you may have seen them where they were in pieces. And the way that y'all left Iraq, did you consider it to be a win? Was it a win? Iraq, Afghanistan, Iraq and Afghanistan have a lot in common with Vietnam. Got a lot in common. Long wars, no declared winner. We just simply went home. Like, all right, I guess we kind of accomplished what we wanted to accomplish over here. We out of here. Did we? Did the U.S. win in Iraq and Afghanistan? What do y'all think? What are y'all personal thoughts? Did they win that series? Very subjective. Very subjective. And so says, I knew they were scared and I couldn't call when I wanted. Mia says, Embiid will be playing in game 2 against Boston. I know, but should he? Is he in good enough shape to do that? Like, because we're gonna need him later on. I don't want him to play now and be messed up later. I hope he was just faking like he couldn't play before. Because they was talking about suspending him, for kicking. Well, I don't know. Man. Shout out to Joel. Nara says, imagine a weight being lifted when a parent tells their adult offspring, I'm sorry you've endured unnecessary hardships, only for them to say it's not your fault. Mm. Mia says, I think he should sit this one out. Yeah, I'm not. If they won, let James Harden go ahead and get his shit off. Let him go ahead and do what he did in game 1. Even if they don't take game 2 tonight, you coming back to Philly later on this week. That'll give you a couple of more days to. But he already said he planned, so he ain't gonna take it back now. He already said he planned. He was hurt last year in the series. Oh well. Oh well. Go Sixers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. 9, 8, 7. No, 10, 9, 8, 76ers. All right. All right, y'all. So yeah, losing a series in your life, man. How well have y'all done with that? How well have you done with the games that you have had to play, the series that you have had to face, the opponents that you have had to get to stand in front of? How well have you done? Were you able to recover at times when you lost series? Were you able to go back in the gym, practice hard, trade out players, and come back the next season and win those and try to compete on a high level to win those games? Or was every game that you played like sudden death overtime in your mind? Like, all I gotta do is be good enough today. I don't have to win no series anyway. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, appreciate it, mucho. We about to do these birthday sha to Shasha. To Shasha. Okay. All right. Let's do ye old birthday shout outs. Ye old birthday shout outs. I would like to do some birthday shout outs. Some people were born on this glorious May 3rd, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Michael Boston, happy birthday to you, brother. And also G. Bolagade, Elizabeth Gabolagade. Yeah, turning 31 years old today. And my girl, Erica Bailey. Happy birthday to you. And Dolapo Sabir. Happy birthday to you. And Denise Gillespie, turning 40 years old today. And Elaine Green, happy birthday to you. And Malcolm Aeneas Flamer, turning 36 years old today. And Danelli Dorita Peralta, turning 40 years old today. And Joy Micah, happy birthday to you. And Kim Ross, happy birthday to you. And British Link, happy birthday to you. And Kathia, is it Kathia or Kathia Joseph, turning 34 years old today. And Giamfi Adrian Lakiki, happy birthday to you. And my girl, go get a Kathy Woods. My girl, Kathy Woods. And Doral Specialties, turning 30 years old today. And T. Taylor, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, my brother, Iyanda Wasiu Abiodun, turning 35 years old today. I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes for anybody and everybody who shares this birthday on this glorious May 3rd, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, to rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen. Man, listen. Yo, hear me. It's not easy dealing with your life series. It's hard for you and me when you know that you could be better, but you're not better tonight. And so you're lost, and it ain't right with you. It ain't sitting right. You need glue to put it back together, no matter what the weather was. You had a buzz and you should have won. You got to talk it to you with your brother, sister, cuz. And you know that the next time you got to get it together. But your next rhyme that you tell that you make happen. Can you do it? Can you make sure that you are the team captain? I don't know if I have what it takes, but I know I can't be shook and I shake you off. Gotta shake off all the soft things. Gotta get hard like kings and queens. By all means, I gotta dust myself off. Gotta get myself stop being that one that knows he's gonna lose. Facing you is something I might choose, might not. I know what I got. Bring it to the table, yo. I hope I'm able to score this win. Let it be my night, God. Please let me get it right, God. Yo, let get my right, God. Let me get it right, God. Yeah, let it be my night, God. Please let me get it right, God. All I gotta do is get past this opponent. This is my night to shine. Let me own it. Let it be my night, God. Oh, yo, please get it right, God. You know what I'm talking about? Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night for another daily Go Getimism show. You think we won't when we will? Oh yeah. That's a go. That's gonna happen. Appreciate y'all all coming through, man. I hope y'all appreciate. I hope y'all enjoy listening to the show as much as I enjoy broadcasting it. All right, so blog talk. We gonna get you out of here. Yeah. Hold on. Let me get this right. Get it right. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Peace. I said, peace. All right.